Hi, it's me, Ashley. So it is March and I am having my annual Pampered Chef party. But let's face it, everybody's so busy. It's so hard to get everybody over to the house to have Pampered Chef parties like what they used to be. And so I decided that for this go around, I'm just gonna make a bunch of my favorite recipes with my favorite products that I like to use. I'll make a few videos. I'm gonna post links to the catalog and to the show, so if you'd like to order anything, that's awesome. Or if you don't even know about Pampered Chef products or anything like that, this is kind of a good introductory thing for you. I love Pampered Chef. I have been just collecting gadgets. I love gadgets for the past 15, 16 years. I do love gadgets. I love anything that makes the kitchen more efficient. I love anything that makes things go faster. And like, you know, it's a typical thing. Like if the job goes a lot faster if you have the right tools. So the better the tools, the easier the job is. And that's exactly how I feel about all the Pampered Chef products. There are some that aren't my favorite, but for the most part, I mostly use Pampered Chef stuff in my kitchen just because of the great quality and because of the efficiency of them. We all know that I do like bouts of domesticity, but I will say, you know, after I've taught 8 or 9 lessons in a day and I get home at 8:30 at night, domesticity is a little overshadowed by, being hangry. So anything that is, the fastest route to food is, pretty much aces in my book. Okay, so today, what I'm gonna get started with is a great appetizer. You guys know I love having parties, and one of my rules for when I have parties is that I like to go heavy on appetizers. And just have a lot of options for appetizers depending on how many people I have over, and then I can go a little lighter on dinner and then still have a dessert where people still have room left over for dessert. So I like a few appetizers, a light dinner, and then we have dessert, and then everybody's still full by the time they go home. But this is one of my favorite appetizers. These are just like little cucumber bites. They're like little mini cucumber sandwiches on pumpernickel, and these are awesome because they work so well for either brunches or teas, or even like early evening, summertime kind of appetizers for a meal. They're so fresh, they're so yummy. So that's what we're gonna make today. I'm gonna start off with just the spread for it. I'm gonna start with a block of cream cheese. This is reduced fat cream cheese because, well, reduced fat. This is, what's this thing even called? This is the handy scraper. It's got like a little silicone kind of edge on it. I used to have these, I would clean my French doors with them as like a scraper for my French doors because they would fit perfectly in the little blocks, but this one is for food, not for cleaning, I promise. And these guys are so handy to have along, like have around. That's why they're called a handy scraper. Anyways, I'm going to take this, and the other thing that I'm going to use a ton of, I use these guys like crazy. These are the flexible cutting mats. I have them in 2 different sizes. They come in packs of 3, and they are so handy. I have a couple sets of them just because I use them so much. So then that way you aren't using 1 or 2 cutting boards for like everything and then having to wash them just all the time. It's so handy to have these guys. They go right in the dishwasher. I use them all the time. They're super flexible, but they also are just a little bit grippy on the back, and so when you put them on, they're not, you're not gonna go slipping across, the countertop. So anyways, back to my cream cheese, my handy thing. I'm just gonna cut this up into little blocks. I'm just gonna cut that cream cheese into squares so that way it mixes up just a little bit easier. Oh, and I toss things in my kitchen too. That's the other thing. This is going into, oh my gosh, I love this thing. Let me show you what it does. No, wait. This is the manual food processor. Sometimes when I don't want to use my KitchenAid and use that whole, if I'm making like a small spread, guacamole or salsa or hummus I use my food processor for. But if I'm just making a small kind of spread that's supposed to go on something, or a small dip, super easy. This manual food processor is awesome. And it also takes up less room in the dishwasher, which, let's face it, I need to, you know, cram that thing as full as I possibly can, because I hate doing the dishes. So anyway, so that goes into there. Then we're going with 1/4 cup of mayo. Dukes, don't fight me on it, whatever. This is the Measure All, okay? And this is one of, if you are unfamiliar with anything Pampered Chef, this is your go-to, okay? This is one of the first things that you should get. I use this all the time. Not only is it a regular measuring cup, okay, so that's for your liquids, okay? It goes up to 2 cups. I've had this thing for years and years. Little pour spout, okay? But it also measures like solids, but like mayonnaise and sour creams and peanut butters and things like that. So what you do is you press this puppy down to whatever you want, okay? So for me, I'm only doing 1/4 cup of mayo, so this isn't that big of a deal. I go up to 1/4 cup. I can do it, I promise. Blondes. Okay, so I go up to 1/4 cup. Get my Dukes. My skinny scraper. And my mayo goes into the Measure All. Of course I sing while I cook. That goes in there. It's all filled. There's my 1/4 cup to the thing. And then, boop, out it comes. And then you're done. And then that gets tossed into the dishwasher. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so, got that. Oh, and I tidy up as I clean. I never leave anything messy while I'm cleaning. So, that's just me and my process. Okay, so that is in there. And then we're gonna add just a packet of dry Italian seasoning. Like, to make Italian dressing. Easy little pre-made seasoning, in that goes. Love it, love it. And then, I got a little goop because I wasn't paying attention, but I'm sure you'll be fine. Okay, so into my manual food processor. This thing is so awesome. Here we go. Oh, isn't that sexy and fast? Oh. So, mix that up. And honestly, like I said, this stuff is great for like guacamole. It's great for salsa. And like super fresh things, you know? Or if I'm making, if I want to like puree up any fruits or berries or anything right before they go in something else. And again, it's all manual, so you when you go to clean it, you just get it out of, bottom goes into the dishwasher, the blades can go in the dishwasher, and then the top you just hand rinse a little bit because it can get a little grody sometimes. Let's check this. I mean, look at how pretty that is. It's so pretty. Oh my word, I have to do it, guys, I have to. Guys, I swear I told Jeff this week that the thing I think I'm best at is being hungry. All right, so that is good to go. It's oh so pretty and lovely. And now I'm gonna prep my little toasts. These are just like little Pepperidge Farm ones. I think there's a couple different brands of them and you can get. I love pumpernickel. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness, I do, I love it. But these are so great. They come in like, they're just little pieces of bread. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna set these guys out. I'll just set up a few of them. It's not like I have 20 of you coming to my house right now to eat these. Although I kind of wish that you were, that's saying it. This is, what's this called? It's the small spreader. I use this little guy for everything. Frosting sugar cookies, cupcakes, butter for pancakes, anything. Like, it's so handy. It's the best little tool. So in we go. We spread it onto our thing. Okay. I'll do a couple of those. It's great. My gosh, I do. I use this thing all the time. It's so handy. Okay, and then the next step is our cucumber. Okay, so this is a handy, oh no, this is a simple slicer. For those of you who know me well, I tend to be a little klutzy. Just a little bit, okay? So this is the perfect tool for the klutz in the kitchen who might be prone to slicing off her fingers, okay? That's all. I'm just gonna put it like that, it's fine. All right, so here's what happens. We've got, I love this mandolin slicer. It really is so worth it. You've got 4 different settings on it. You've got 3 different widths that you can cut to, okay? But then there's also a lock. So you can't slice off your fingers when it's on the lock, and then that's how it goes going into the dishwasher too, so that nobody else slices off their fingers either. It's got this super cool little guide on it. All comes apart like that. And then it slides right on. So I'm gonna slice my cucumbers. I like a nice, we'll go thick. So anyways, I'm gonna start off with the cucumber. I'm gonna slide it down this thing. It's, again, it's got the guard on it, so I'm not gonna cut off any of my fingers. But let me show you just another little trick for cucumbers. This is something my aunt taught me years and years ago. You take the top of the cucumber and you kind of rub it on the top, and it draws out a lot of the bitter. So that's just a little side tip that'll draw the bitter out of your cucumber. If you don't like cucumbers for that reason. Anyways, look at how pretty! Oh, and again, I'm not going to lose a finger. That's an awful lot of cucumbers. I'm not going to lose a finger because when it gets close, I put the little prong things. Oh, and there's like little prongs, see? They like grab on. Man, this thing is handy. And then you hold it down, and out it goes. So you're good to go. Fingerprints intact. Okay, there it is. So I'm gonna take these little cucumbers. I'm gonna stick them on top of my sandwiches. Okay. So here we go, finished product. You take the spread onto the pumpernickel. You take your cucumber, you put it on there. You take a little dash of dill. For me, a lot of dash. I love dill. Ba, 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 ba. Sprinkle it on top. And there's your appetizer. That's all you need. Yum.